Hey guys, this is Az here, bringing game 2 of round 1 from the Irish Nationals Swiss pairings. With me again for this round is Tracy.
Hello again.
So we're going to follow on into this game again with Adam Turner on the left playing as Kate, and with Nicole Campbell on the right playing as Blue Sun. Nicole did manage to clinch out the first game, so we're going to have the second match up now to see if Adam can get a wee return. I won't lie, Nicole known for her killing, for her scorching, her punitive plays. I do believe she mixed up her deck a little bit.
She did change it slightly, but still the same tried and tested formula, I believe.
So Blue Sun, money up, look for the kill opportunities, look to outpower your opportunity using that ID ability to lift up your ice and land the tags when you really need them to. On the left hand side, Adam Turner playing a pretty standard prepaid Kate. I don't think there's anything in there too unexpected. We'll be looking for his usual pieces, prepaid voice pad and his usual kind of lucky finds to get off going. Looks like Adam might be mulliganing. He is, so keep hand for Nicole and mulligan for Adam. Be curious to see whether Adam's running Plascrete. Do we have
his deck list, and yes, he is.
He's running one Plascrete. Okay,
Spicy
so
little one-off.
I think if you come up against Blue Sun, you're going
to want Plascrete in your opening hand, really, against Blue Sun.
I don't know if you expect it in your opening hand, but I think you almost know you're going to need it at some point.
Very, yeah.
You're gonna want to get it installed. You might not want to be wasting those many credits until you're up and running in the game, but I think to come up against a Blue Sun and not expect to have the kill opportunity there would be quite rare.
Yeah, it would be rare. Let's see what he pulls for his next hand.
So I haven't seen it. I think I saw a data pike, which is a lovely oversight AI.
She's an oversight AI in hand as well, yeah.
So if we can see a Hadrian's or a Curtain Wall or something like that as a good initial target for the oversight, can't really see Nicole keeping her hands close to her chest. Cards close to her chest even.
Yeah.
Hands, cards.
All the same thing.
Okay, so 5 new cards off the top for Adam. Must keep this time. And we get a draw from Nicole. Let's see what she draw into. Scorcher. So I don't think we're surprised at all. So Data Pike goes over R&D. Mystery Ice gets rezzed over, and Tolbooth. Not the best target in the entire world, but the good thing about it is it's a little bit safer than many other targets because of that 3 credit tax. This is Adam's first tournament, relatively new to the game, so it looks like Nicole's just giving him a quick rundown of how Oversight works and how that's about to make her 8 credits or 7 credits richer.
Yeah.
At this point, Adam's like, I love a David in my hand.
Let's see what have we got.
Double Sure Gamble prepaid and Clone Chip alongside Deus Ex. Deus Ex may not be huge in this matchup, but the prepaid and Sure Gambles is a pretty nice way to start the game.
Deus Ex, so you can trash it to... Is it net damage though?
To prevent net damage, it is, yeah.
Oh, no,
so not going to be too major against Blue Sun. So grab some stuff of Sure Gamble. Probably see the prepaid voice pad here and some drawing. He's running Symmetrical Visage as a way to draw, and then the usual kind of diesel and quality time sweeps. So nothing too strange or startling. He'll take advantage of the cheap install from Kate and the prepaid voice pad to get some money. Tolbooth comes up, and all of a sudden we're in a money war.
Money.
So mandatory draw. Not quite seeing what that was.
Like
Another oversight. So first click draw, looks like a hive, straight over HQ, which is reasonable enough.
Nice protection. Ooh.
Don't know what that was that went over the remote there. No agendas in hand, so this is a pretty sweet situation for Blue Sun to be in. Got a reasonable start money. Kate did as well, but she's still going to have to start installing programs. And she's going to also have to try to get a draw. So yeah, we want to probably see a diesel or quality time come into Kate's hand pretty quickly here. If we get this Symmetrical Visage early, that would be fantastic. Scavenge not doing a lot. Clone Chip not doing a lot. So yeah, we need to see some draw and some self-modifying codes coming out of Kate. Pretty sharpish here. On the Blue Sun side of things, with a Scorch in hand but no way to tag right now, an agenda to get it installed and going would be good. Was that a restructure?
Could be. Just icing up the world right now. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah, just looking to take advantage of more free credits, and I don't think Adam's going to have a way to break this in his hand. The Tolbooth is a horrible target. The Curtain Wall you can easily David counter 3 times if you have a David. and makes it a pretty good, efficient stop. Hadrian's Wall and Tolbooth tend to be a little bit more fiddly. So Parasites, really, I always find Parasite to be a pretty dead card against Blue Sun because they can lift the ice back
Yeah,
up.
just lift it straight back as soon as you Parasite it out.
On the flip side of that, though, if you are able to get Data Sucker counters rolling,
Dirty Laundry.
you can kill ice straight out.
Yeah.
When you Parasite it, before they get a chance to bring it back up. The Dirty Laundry, actually, this is a great little play by Nicole here, not to waste her credit putting her Tolbooth on the second tier. She just put it on the archives and actually had prevented a potential Dirty Laundry run there, which has worked out nicely. We'll probably see that pop next turn though. So substantial amount of credits, so it's like 19 credits for Blue Sun versus 11 for Kate. So it's going to be important to keep an eye on this.
I think Adam's realised that the Parasite isn't really going to do him.
Yeah, I think that's a very good discard, but that's a snare. Oh,
such a dirty trick, I love it.
I wouldn't have been expecting this.
No.
But the thing that Nicole has to think about here, though, is there anywhere right now she really wants to put the snare? In her hand is probably the best place, because Adam's not getting into a server now. There's no point her putting that in her remote.
No. Thinking...
Is that a couple of Dirty Laundries in hand, actually?
You draw into another one.
Okay, so another draw. Diesel, okay.
Diesel.
Good. And we've got the money to burn here, so Symmetrical Visage, Self-Modifying Code's a good draw. Ant-Man's reasonable. Ant-Man you can drop into the bin at this point and then clone chip out as needed. You don't need to hold it in the hand. Second clone chip's okay. So at this point I think I'd be going clone chip, self-mod, potentially looking to run. We did draw before his Diesel, so maybe Dirty Laundry. Take advantage of that Kate ability if you can.
Dirty Laundry Archive, really? Oh, no, or
no, okay.
Straight in?
Which is fine to force the corp to res here. Was there any reason really for her to res there though? And Nicole doesn't have an agenda in hand.
Nothing in hand.
She could have landed a snare. It's not the last click though. I believe he still has a click left, so is landing a snare at this point really that good? Probably not. Maybe you want to hold the snare until a more opportune time where you can take advantage of it. Hive is going to be great early game. It has those subroutines which start to disappear as you score agenda points.
Yeah. Self-mod out? Yeah, definitely good. That's a good shout.
See, this is where I would struggle because I'd really want to take advantage of Kate's installability and her pre-break counter while I could. And with an open archives, I would have used one of those Dirty Laundries there to take advantage of that. But I don't think there's any harm in not doing it. With another clone chip in hand and self-mod on the table, any programs are really kind of going to be available to Adam as and when he needs them now. And that is a Cleaners in hand, straight install, advance. Now, I didn't see what she put down on either of those pieces of advice. Over archives. I think the data pipe was an R&D. Well, we can assume that one is definitely a Tolbooth.
Possibly the second.
Potentially. I didn't see what the second piece of advice was. So we're already starting to think, could Adam run here with a self-mod, then follow up with a clone chip for the same self-modifying again?
Yeah.
Potentially, if he was to double Dirty Laundry here into archives, his third click could be a run and remote, and he could have enough. Now he's deciding to go and try and force a res in R&D, which is fine. Try and starve a few credits out. Getting a lot of ice res against the corp is good in this case. He sees the top card, making us excited, and it is an agenda. I thought he was just reading the card for a second. Wow, so 3-0 off what was probably really not a super pressured play there. I don't think there was any, he didn't Dirty Laundry it. He could have got in pretty much against anything that was resed on 11 credits with the self-mod on the table and the clone chip. So that was a really nice reward there.
Unexpected.
Well, I think at this point, you probably assume that's an agenda down there, and the way that I always like to think about it is 1 in 5 cards is an agenda. Yeah. We've seen quite a few cards come through the corp side, so 2 to 3 agendas starting to kind of come into the top of the deck. So we timed that reasonably well. So what do you think? Do you just sit back happy in the 5-3 now and try and set up the money up, or do you go and try and get that agenda as well and be double greedy?
Personally, I'd be all over the agenda.
Could walk into a punitive though,
yeah.
if you did get another 3-pointer. So it looks like a Dirty Laundry run on archives. Puts our credits at 16 to 15 in favour of Blue Sun still.
Are we lucky find?
So a very good turn for Kate there. I mean, I think the run in R&D was maybe not the strongest play, even if Blue Sun had res there.
Sometimes the strongest play isn't always the best, though, if that makes sense. Sometimes it's just worth taking a look.
Absolutely. It's always worth to see a card, and if you see it for free. And a cleaner scored in return. So 3 each. More importantly, though, is that the cleaners is active on the corpse side, so 1 additional meat damage.
For every meat.
So makes our scorches 5 meat damage now, which is important.
So we really need to see that plascrete.
Well, it means if you double scorch, you can do 10 which can
damage.
take a plascrete out and kill a full hand.
Yeah.
So it does make a substantial difference. Okay, taking a free opportunity. The scorch is still, not the scorch, sorry, the snare is still in hand.
They're still in hand.
The scorch is still in hand, I believe. Oh, oversight. Oh, I thought it was the snare, but it was the oversight.
No, it's just that was a tense moment.
Is that a punitive in hand?
That is a punitive in hand.
Another important thing to notice is that Nicole's actually seen all 3 oversights now in the
One in
the first half, in the first sort of 10
No,
cards. The snare got discarded, so that's surprising to me. Maybe Nicole's decided to play a faster game, and just because if she had seen that cleaner, she could potentially be on her way to 6 points right now.
True.
So,
But with the punitive in hand and having the cleaners out, she knows a double scorch is pretty much instant
yeah.
death.
So we need to think about what the tag mechanic she's running. She's probably going to be running a C-Source. Mid-seasons might be too expensive in this deck if you're running a snare. That being said, punitive works when you have an agenda stolen, so mid-seasons goes well with it.
Yeah.
Astrolabe is probably not going to be relevant now at this point. So we've got a Viper, a Jackson, punitive. I think the Scorch is still there. Viper goes down over HQ. Jackson in. Trying to see what else is there, and a wee single credit. It's always strange when Blue Sun single credits.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
You have infinite credits.
You have the world. You have the
available.
world's money. What Although in fairness, so I mean, right now I think the credit pulls are even at 1919.
Yeah.
So that prepaid early, the lucky find hasn't come out yet. I think it's still in hand. So yeah, it is.
Lucky find it.
2 sure gambles, 2 dirty laundries, lucky find in hand. So the money both sides of the table have been good. Old art femme.
Oh, it's so pretty.
The jealousy is real.
It is ridiculous.
Definitely one of my favourite old arts to come out. Far preferred to the pop-up old art, which gives me nightmares.
The pop-up art shouldn't be allowed at all. In fact, that could completely throw me off a game when that comes out. It's horrific.
So note to the Irish competitive scene: playing against Tracy, switch your pop arts.
Yeah.
Pop arts.
Pop art?
Pop arts. That's it. Pop up.
Pop arts.
Pop up. Alt art.
I was having a good think about what is.
It's good. I mean, I think
next.
the first game took about 30 minutes, so you've got another sort of 35 to go. There's no harm in taking a minute to really think, and with Blue Sun really giving nothing away in terms of ice composition at this point, other than the toll booths and the hive. I mean, you kind of want to not walk into something like.
And knowing that there's a snare in the bin, you're thinking is.
Yeah, I think you've got to be hesitant, and I don't
Yeah.
think moneying up is a bad play at all. And I think with Kate, you can get to the point that you can get into any server if you have enough money. Now this fem counter is going to be interesting if he remembers to place it. Because femming with nothing raised is a risky possibility. That being said, again, Blue Sun can lift the ice.
Yeah, I can just lift it.
But it looks like we might have forgotten the fem counter here. So Jackson brings out a contract killer, and
What is that?
it's either Wormhole or Nebula. I never remember which is which. Astro Rebel's really easy. I never remember what the other two look like. But it's going
What
over
does Orion
archives.
look like even?
No, Orion, the guy with the bow.
Oh yes.
So we res.
Wormhole I'm going to go with.
7 is the code gate one, which is.
I'm going wormhole.
Okay.
Just with the length of
As
the
in-
name
yeah,
on the top.
it's a pretty good shout. Who would have thought to look at the name on the card? Is it
Who would have
Wormhole?
thought,
Is it Nebula? Let's guess by the picture, or you could look at the name.
The name. Who would have thought?
So a third oversight is going to be pretty good. That's going to be 9 and 8 credit
Oh,
gain.
there's our
We've remembered the
fem
fem counter. So we haven't seen any multi-access come out of Kate yet. Surprise Maker's Eye here could be pretty good. That being said, again, walking into punitives could be hard.
Yeah.
So Diesel,
There's
nice
Diesel.
draw.
Let's have a look. And
So
see.
yeah, the draw's been coming along okay. Clot's interesting, but probably going to be irrelevant in this matchup.
And a sharpshooter as well.
Yeah, sharpshooter again, probably not going to really see anything. Dynamite gets rezzed, which is going to force the pop of the self-modifying code. And what actually is tricky is he just drew his Gordian Blade, I think.
But he's got a fend.
He does. Oh, sorry, he does indeed. Yeah, so two credits. We'll see him straight
Just
through.
walk through.
Not too bad. Oh, that looks like a Taurus, which realistically could be quite a nasty piece of ice, because you could lose up to 2 bits of hardware. So you could lose a prepaid pad and an astrolabe if you hit it. Plenty of ways around it though. I mean, Fem could break it, just not very economically.
No. Loss of a prepaid would be difficult though. Though I would really like to see some more. If that was me playing right now, I would want more prepaids.
I think I'd want more draw right now. I think I'd like to see a professional contacts or symmetrical visage, but I believe the only draw that was being run here was one symmetrical.
One symmetrical,
3 diesel.
3 diesel, yeah.
And just one quality time. So yeah, they'll tighten the draw to try and fit in some extra money.
Not sure that the money is an issue though.
Well, you're playing as Blue Sun, there's always an issue.
This is this true.
It never
When
stops
you're
being
playing
an
the
issue.
death deck.
You count their credits plus the credits of their most expensive piece of ice on top.
Yeah. Currently rezzed, most expensive piece of ice.
Okay. So an install in advance, so we'd probably assume that's the wormhole.
Wormhole, yeah. It's definitely some sort of space, or it could be an ice wall. You never know.
I mean, I think you've got to play around the most likely scenario. If you think about the least common ones all the time, you're gonna have your brain doing circles. Is that another diesel? So these diesels have come really nicely timed actually for Adam. Okay, so legwork, another astrolabe's a bit of a dead card, and a same old thing. Same old thing I normally find is really just used as backup for your levies if you're using a levy. Or
one in there.
yeah, sometimes surprise legworks or stim hacks are good, but I don't believe Adam's running stim hack here.
Nope.
We are going to legwork, so
Oh, hello Viper.
this is where I'd be wishing I still had the snare in hand. So Gordian Blade's going to have no problem with that at all. Yeah.
Gonna walk through, yeah.
We just do some quick arithmetic.
Really, Nicole acts, thinking about this now, she really does want him to steal an agenda. With that punitive in hand.
Potentially. I don't know if I'd want him to get an agenda here. I don't even know if she has one in hand. We're not going to... Adam doesn't even let us see what that is. It is a punitive. Okay, so that's worth noting. Thanks, Adam, for turning that around to the camera for us. So the wormhole might not necessarily be over R&D, and it is an agenda. High-risk investments makes this 6-3. How many cards does Adam have in hand? I believe that was click 3. We're just counting back at the draw. Draw, diesel, legwork. So we've got 1 click left. Now the punitive would do 4 meat damage right now. We
plus
haven't.
The cleaners.
No, 3. 3 for the agenda plus 1 for the cleaners.
There's a scorch in hand as well.
But we don't necessarily have a tag mechanic here. So all of a sudden we're counting money. So the thing that we have to note is that he has no way to avoid a tag on 8 credits versus 18. Maybe 19 then. If Nicole has C-Source here, he can't get away from it.
And remembering back to when this match was going down and I was taking the notes and watching Nicole, and there Nicole starts
the math.
With the math and picking up the ice, and I was just like, here it comes.
Oh look, that's how much I need to kill you. And
there's my mandatory draw, and now I'm going to death you.
Let's see, punitive is in hand. Does she have double punitive? That would do the same job.
Double punitive.
Well, that's his first punitive. Because I mean, the trace is important here. Double punitive is not a sure kill because the runner could fight one of the 2 traces.
This is true. He does have 8 credits to fight them with.
Oh. Did she double punitive there? No, she's got the second in hand though. So here comes the second one. Now I think Nicole's realised she's actually got enough to out-trace him even on the second one, but she's making sure to give Adam the time just to think about the trace because it is important. But I don't think it will sway the game here. I think she does have the credit for it. And she even has a click free to credit up once.
If she needs to, yeah.
This is watching someone kick a puppy.
Wow.
Slowly just drawing this out, and here it comes. Second punitive.
Second punitive.
Pays the credits, and we can just boost that right up. And that's it. That's a good game.
Game over.
Very tight. Adam was unlucky there. I think that last click, would you potentially maybe just run R&D and thought, you know what, I get it now, or I die. So very unlucky. So look, thanks so much guys for joining the second game. You can click on the video on the left to see the first game of round 1, or you can follow along with us into round 2, game 1. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.